how should wrapped ETH staking tokens like wETH from Ether.finance be treated for tax purposes, given they function like IOUs with staking rewards? This is something I come across very often. I have two answers for these, and I look at each situation independently and judge it by how these wrap tokens are functioning. For example, when you wrap ETH, so ETH to wrapped ETH, wETH, wrapped ETH is essentially the same token as ETH. The function is the same, and the value is roughly the same, just maybe slightly different. Now, wrapped ETH is used to transfer to other blockchains like layer 2s to enable the use of Ethereum on those blockchains. It is also necessary to wrap ETH to interact with certain protocols on the Ethereum network. In fact, you can't do certain things without wrapping it. Even though it might not appear that you're wrapping it, under the hood, Ethereum is being wrapped. In this case, Ethereum to wrapped Ethereum, I would take the position that these are non-taxable transactions because wrapped Ethereum is essentially the same as Ethereum. You could, to be conservative, treat that as a taxable trade. Now, looking at other wrapped tokens like wETH, you have to look at what's going on in the background to decide and determine how to track it, as well as what makes sense from an accounting perspective. If wETH is just a receipt token for your Ethereum, then I would argue that this would be a non-taxable transaction. However, if wETH can also be traded for other tokens, if wETH has a different valuation than ETH, if it functions differently, then you might want to take the approach that these are taxable trades when you wrap them. You have to take into account intention. Is your intention to use wETH as a form of staking to earn rewards? Or is it to be able to use wETH as a form of liquid staking where you can easily trade it for other tokens? So there's a lot that you have to consider. That's just a high overview. If you're wrapping tokens for various purposes, get in touch with our team. We can come up with a strategy that makes sense for your situation. Not all situations are going to be the same on the blockchain. There's a lot that we look at to make a determination on how something should be treated for tax purposes.